Tonight that the estimated number of female victims of a Nashville man has grown.
That man is charged with recording women during sex without them knowing about it, and he used a hidden camera and an alarm clock.
Our chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley first broke this story. And Jeremy, how many women are we now talking about?
Well, Marius, so we know Matthew Vollmer faces charges against 4 women, but we also learned today through a source close to the investigation that an additional 11 women were recorded, but they cannot prosecute because the statute of limitations has passed. But that didn't keep many of them from showing up in court today. If you're wondering why Matthew Vollmer never turned around during his court case today, take a look at who was seated behind him. Rows of women, all wearing ribbons that signify support for victims of sex crimes, many who he had relationships with. Many prosecutors allege that he recorded during sex without their knowledge using a hidden camera and an alarm clock like this one. One by one, they testify.
They were very offensive and embarrassing.
Describing how it felt.
I was very shocked.
To discover that the man they trusted violated their most intimate of moments.
I was humiliated. It was quite shocking.
Vollmer's legal team argued there is no proof that Vollmer got sexual gratification from recording the women, something Judge Bell did not agree with, finding there is enough evidence to send the case to the grand jury. The women first told their stories to me last year, but this is the first time I was able to ask questions directly to Vollmer. Mr. Vollmer, is there anything that you want to say in defense of yourself with these actions?
I'm sorry, at this time we're going to have no comment, but I appreciate you asking.
Is there anything you want to say to all those women down there?
No comment.
Is there anything you want to say about what these women accuse you of recording them without their consent during sex?
I'm going to have no comment at this time. Thank you very much.
So obviously Vollmer wasn't answering questions. He never made eye contact with any of his alleged victims. But I did notice something as I was sitting on the floor of the courtroom. Vollmer's hands were moving under the table as the women testified. Look closely. That's a rosary bead in his hands. Moving bead to bead is a Catholic ritual for spiritual growth. While it's unclear why he was doing it, it was very clear how the women felt when the judge ruled the case should go to a grand jury. Okay, so if you're thinking, didn't I see video of these women up at the Capitol? You're right. They successfully lobbied lawmakers to change the state law because so many of them couldn't prosecute. The current law reads you have a year from when the crime occurred to prosecute. But if the governor signs it, the new law reads you have a year from when the crime was discovered to prosecute. Lauren?